Welcome, everyone. We are here at RCW Breakpoint as we have the Marshall brothers coming out here first. The tag team championships are on the line right now as the Marshall brothers, Geoff and Craig Marshall, get ready to face Fear. Now, they're the only gentlemen that hold a victory over Fear right now in recent time. However, nobody has been able to stop Fear at all. Especially when those tag team titles are on the line, which they will be in just a few moments, as we have Hades and Shadow, the tag team champions, Fear, making their eerie walk down the aisle. There's Hades right there in the black, or in the red and white, excuse me, and Shadow trailing behind him in the black and white. We have quite the show for you guys tonight. Tonight we will make history and crown the first ever Serenity Champion. We have the world title on the line. All titles are on the line here tonight. And our historic main event, the casket match with Scarlet and Nova and Luna Outlaw coming at you later on tonight. As you have the World Tag Team Champions. Fear. Ready to battle. Those are the tag team titles. Like I said, nobody's been able to stop Fear, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen tonight. But I've seen crazier things happen in RCW in the 6 years that I've called the action. So we'll have to wait and see. Geoff and Craig Marshall, and there's the tag champs. Our lovely referee takes those titles away. Now, will this be the last time Fear hold those titles? We'll find out in just a few moments. Here now, as it looks like Craig Marshall starting this off against Hades. Hades being the guy here. Start this one off, the younger brother of Shadow. As Craig Marshall with the lariat right to Hades. Craig Marshall with the knee right away to one half of the tag champs. This shall be an interesting fight. There's a Uranagi to get it over with early, and not even a one count yet. Seems that Hades wanted to get this done and over with, and have nothing to do with the challengers. Now, we haven't seen the Marshall brothers since their victory over Fear, and they've been training really hard for this matchup. That's why they spent so much time away in preparation for this matchup. It's Hades with the strength. You hear the chorus of boos being rained down at the count of 2, and a kick out from Craig Marshall. Now he turns it around. Count of 2 here over on Hades. Almost had it. He almost had the titles right then and there. And the strength of Hades on display here, trying to make the tag, and he got it. So Geoff Marshall. And now Geoff with a knee right to the face of Hades. But Hades is not going to go down without a fight here. Hades, look at this. The absolute power of these two. You would expect nothing less from a team like this that has held on to the titles for quite some time. A couple of months now since RCW Afterlife gaining those titles. So that was all the way back in December of last year, I believe. So, a few months now. As Hades with a power slam to Geoff. And now Hades now might be asking for the tag. Geoff making the tag over to Craig. And a big boot right there is Craig now. Look at this. Taking care of Shadow, but looks like Hades helped out his brother there from Doom. I've never seen that be interrupted before. He's got to make the tag, and he does to Shadow. Shadow gets the tag in. Now the headbutt. Much needed tag. The Shadow there from Hades is Irish whip into the corner. Now looking for the double team. Not gonna happen, at least not yet. And another vicious headbutt, Craig Marshall. Not being able to get much going. Now they got the double team. Looking for the magic killer, perhaps. Got it! As Hades with a cover, too, to retain the titles, and a kick out once again. Haven't you noticed? There hasn't been much action, or at least offense, from the Marshall brothers. Right now, looks like Fear have learned something since their last meeting. Oh, but now Craig here. Looking to launch his brother with a shoulder tackle onto Hades, taking him out. And now Geoff. With the advantage now. Takes Hades over to the ropes. You can see the face paint peeling off of Hades here. And oh, what a kick to the throat of Hades. 2 to get the win and the titles, and a kick out from Hades as well. It's going to do more than just a kick just to get these guys to stay down. They got to figure out what they did last time. You know, and I think it was just the isolation, and wow, what a power bomb. Whoops. I don't know what happened there. Controller disconnected. Never had that happen before. He's looking for Dreaded Sorrow. The powerbomb and the Dreaded Sorrow onto Geoff. to retain the titles. And there is Craig right there as Hades had to get onto the apron. And Shadow taking him off of the apron, but that allows Geoff to gain an advantage. We're doing pretty well here, Marcus. Appreciate you joining us here for RCW Breakpoint. This is our opening contest for the tag team titles. Marshall Brothers versus the tag team champs Fear. And Unstoppable. It's looking for the Dominator there, but Geoff got out of it, and Geoff with a forearm off of the springboard. Now let's see what Shadow can do here as he tags in. Hades now, look at this. I'm not sure what this is. Wow, a powerbomb into a kick to the back of the neck. That's very interesting. And Geoff tried to make the tag to Craig, and look at this. They're keeping him isolated. This is exactly what the Marshall Brothers did the first time around to Fear. Trying to take him to the corner, but to no avail. And the dominance of these guys continue. Oh, but look at those elbows stunning Hades. And a knee right to the jaw. But there's an issue there, because Craig wasn't on the apron. As Shadow easily able to break that one up. Now Shadow. Where's he going? Looks like he's going to take out Craig. Now it looks like our graphics team decided not to do a good job at ringside, though. We got the announce table over there on the stage. He tried for the Sister Abigail. Look at this. The powerbomb! The pop-up powerbomb from Hades. Right onto Geoff to retain the championships. Count of two, and just got the shoulder up in time. You're not going to get much closer than that. Doing a little bit of dancing. I don't know if I would be doing that, as Craig taking off the apron again. They know what to do. They've been doing it. Oh, Geoff trying to prevent anything bad from happening. Oh, look at that springboard kick. Well, luckily, able to make the hot tag to Shadow. A much needed one. After that kick stunned Hades. Hades, though, has to get out of the ring. He's got to get out of the ring. I don't know why you would pin him. Apparently there was a little miscommunication between the tags. It appears that Hades is the legal guy here. Still. Look for the powerbomb. You know, what is happening? The referee thinks Shadow is legal, and they win it. There was a miscommunication somehow of the tags. Not sure who was legal there. It looked like Shadow got the... I don't know, it appeared to be that Hades was the legal man. With some type of confusion, looks like the Marshall Brothers might have a case here. But at the end of the day, referee error or not, Fear are the champs. Still the champs. And Hades and Shadow, don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match momentarily. But Fear remains champion. Who's going to stop him? We don't know. All right, folks, we are here with your next matchup. And it is for the Women's Championship. Now make sure, folks, check out SCW over on my Mod Young Sins TikTok as we have Morgan Reese, the River City Renegade. Making her way out here now, the River City Renegade, Morgan Reese, making her presence known to the women's champion, Bella Durov, saying that she wanted a shot at this title, saying that she stole that spot from Charlotte Flair, that the title shouldn't even be hers to begin with. It was Charlotte Flair who won the #1 Contenders Women's Battle Royal, but it was Bella Durov that stole that spot, attacking Charlotte and thus beating Jordan Williams, who was the champion at the time. And you have Bella Durov here, not in her Red Menace attire this time. Because apparently she still sees the good in her, but I don't know if there's any good left. She's had many successful title defenses, her latest one coming on Fusion against Tiffany Max. And speaking of Fusion, that'll be tomorrow. Right here on Twitch. Witness the fallout of Breakpoint. On theirs, we have the women's title up for grabs here. We have the River City Renegade, Morgan Reese, from St. Louis. And you have that woman who has held the title hostage and done a pretty damn good job of defending it. Multiple title defenses. Say what you want about her attitude, but hey, at least she's a fighting champion despite her attitude. She's defended that title multiple times since gaining it. Even defended it against Charlotte Flair. She gave Charlotte Flair that shot, and well, you know how that turned out, is she still is champion. Remember, folks, RCW Afterlife, that's when Bella Durov held on to that, got a hold of that title, and that was in December of last year, I believe December 1st, if I'm not mistaken. As Morgan Reese out to a great start here. Now Morgan, she has that quickness, but also Bella Durov has that as well, and the quick cover here, count of 1 and a kick out from the champion. Plenty of matches here to come tonight, folks. Well, Morgan, you know, is proven to be a formidable opponent here so far. No offense to speak of from Bella Durov so far in the opening minutes of this matchup. Look at the face buster. And now Morgan looking to go and fly, and look at that. Morgan pulling out everything. 2 and a kick out from Bella Durov, and look at this. This is an offense that I don't think Bella was prepared for. This is something else here. Morgan definitely not the favorite in this matchup, coming in as the underdog. You know, if there was a such thing as like betting odds, you know, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be great as the Shining Wizard. And the dominant champion is not looking so dominant now. 2. And a kick out again. Bella Durov is going to refuse to go down. To Morgan as a power slam. And Morgan's just one step ahead. It's been that way pretty much this entire matchup. And let's see if Bella can get something going. The X-Plex. And now Bella. Feeling it now as she gets it going. My controller keeps disconnecting for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on here. It wants to keep disconnecting today. What? I don't know what's happening. Must just be the way that I'm moving it, I guess. Is Bella trying to get back in this thing, the X Factor. And a rope break, as you can see, that was the foot of Morgan underneath the rope. Nothing too academic there. The rules are the rules, as she tried for the knee strike right there in the corner. But now in the tree of woe position, not in a position that Bella wants to be in. Hook of the leg again. 1, 2. And there's Bella with a rope break right near the ropes. You get a rope break and I'll take 1, 2. And another power slam off of the ropes there. And another one is, looks like Morgan tried to charge in. The double knees in the corner. And just stepped on her there. And now Bella looked for the fist of Stalin, but Morgan was going to get up. Hopefully that boot makes her stay down for a little bit. And they're finally able to try and get it going. There's the fist of Stalin right there. On to Bella Durov to retain the title and a kick out at 2. And once again, my freaking controller keeps doing that. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the cable. We might have to switch the cable around. I got other ones. I think that's what it is right now. I think the cable's just coming loose. Looking for the Shining Wizard. There's Morgan with another Shining Wizard. On to Bella Durov. Hasn't hit feeling the blues just yet. But Bella Durov may be feeling it if she can't kick out, and she does here. You love a good back and forth matchup. And that's what you're getting here with these two ladies. I would expect nothing less. You know, Morgan is very, very green compared to Bella Durov. Bella Durov's been with us for a while, but it's not just in terms of being under RCW contract. It's really just the fact that she hasn't really done much yet. And a hook of the leg here. 1. And a kick out once again. Bella Durov not even giving her the 2 count there. And this crowd wants these two ladies to fight forever, and it seems like they will. All for the right to be called women's champion. Again, Bella Durov has retained the title pretty well. She's gotten great title defenses. Like I said, the most recent one coming on Fusion. And look at that splash! On to Bella Durov now. Irish whip into the ropes. Tried for that kick, the cyclone kick there, but she missed it already once. And now Morgan going over to the corner. There's Morgan. There's the knee that she couldn't connect with before. And now Morgan may be down and out now. Looking for the fist of Stalin again. This has got a running start to it. Fist of Stalin lands flush. On to Morgan. Now looking for the hammer and sickle, but it might be a rope break here, and it is. She can't hit the hammer and sickle that way. But she might try this instead. The Red Scare, not gonna happen. At least not yet. Now looking for the Shining Wizard. Turn it around. Shining Wizard right in the face. The Shining Wizard yet again. And another kick out from Bella. At one once again. The Defiance is Morgan. Look at it charge in. And got that elbow. And the drop kick in the corner. What a matchup between these two ladies. They're killing it right now. Looking for the Red Scare. Look at the hesitation there from Morgan and the Red Scare. The Red Scare on to Morgan Reese to end Morgan, and a kick out at two. She's not dead yet. But you wonder how much fight is left in this little girl from St. Louis. There's a reason why they call her the River City Renegade, and not just where she's from. This woman is fierce. You know, she's very sweet in nature. You know, getting her signed to a contract, she's like one of those people that's honestly happy to be here. And happy for the opportunity, but being happy for it doesn't win you titles, but something like that will. The missile drop kick. And Morgan's just waiting. Now Bella has the champion's advantage here. She could retain the title via countout if she wanted. Oh, and that was a bait, but Morgan got her with a Shining Wizard right there. I think Bella Durov was trying to bait Morgan, and that backfired. And she's resetting the count again. Morgan's doing a good job here. I like her way of thinking, because you got to get her inside the ring. For the submissions or anything to even count. There's a splash again. And remember, the win that she got over Mai Shimada was off of off of a lucky roll up there. I mean, that's not how you want to win it, but in Bella's case, you'll win. You'll take a win. No matter what it's going to take. Looking for the fist of Stalin again. Bang! She's hit that all day long. She has hit the fist of Stalin all day long. Now I think Bella's had enough. She's had enough of Morgan looking to end Morgan here. The flash of the camera, Red Scare through the announce table. And the Red Menace, the Moscow product Bella Durov, is proud of herself. And Morgan getting back in. That didn't work out in her favor. And Morgan shocked by that. By that quick kick out, not even a 1 count, tried for the cyclone kick. Missed it, Morgan popped up. And Morgan with a shoulder tackle. Morgan somehow in this thing, the body slam, or the power slam there, excuse me. As Morgan wants a bit of a breather, but Baladurov's not going to allow her to have it toward it. Look at that DDT. Now hammering away. Is the women's champion. Loading it up. Bang! Fist to Stalin. And that can only mean one thing. The hammer and sickle got it. Got it locked in. This is what won her the title in the first place. The hammer and sickle. Morgan trying desperately to hang on here. The River City Renegade desperately trying to hang on to her title hopes. Morgan fighting for her life, and Morgan's got a tap. And Bella still retains. But man, she had to fight like hell for that. That is perhaps the biggest fight that I've ever seen any opponent give. And I mean, look at how long she held on before she tapped out. The Moscow product once again reigns over this loaded women's division. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match momentarily. All right, everyone, welcome to our next match. As we have Jordan Williams, the baller, here in an Extreme Rules match here against Lexi Starr. Now, these two have been fighting for some time. I apologize for the difficulties there with the controller. I had get another cable there because it was acting all funky or whatever. I don't know. Maybe the cable was just loose or something, and had something going on there. But the baller ready to get extreme here. As she will face the star you can't outshine. Now, She would have been pulling double duty here tonight if she won her matchup in the Serenity Championship tournament, but she did not. It was Mercy who won that. So, she's stuck with this one, but she's looking to go 2-0 against Jordan. She debuted against Jordan, won that match 2 out of 3 falls. And we'll see if the star you can't outshine will outshine the baller there here tonight. Now, a little bit of backstory here. Jordan and Lexi both said unflattering things about each other. Very unflattering things. I mean, Jordan said some things that I probably won't repeat, but the likes of Lexi Star, she had said, nobody cares about your career in the WNBA. That's ancient history. That doesn't matter here. Not only that, but obviously the WNBA isn't as mainstream as the NBA, and you know, its audience isn't very vast. So she tried to undermine the accomplishments of the baller by telling her nobody cared because barely anybody watched you. But I will say this, Lexi Starr did give credit to Jordan for being the undisputed women's champion. So she gave her credit there. She gave her flowers there, but I don't really think it matters to Jordan, like whether or not she gets validation. And that's where, you know, she kind of said to Lexi, you care so much as Jordan was going for a dive and Lexi was just going outside to try and get some weaponry. And like I was saying earlier, before Jordan took that high-risk dive there, it seems like that matters to... Seems like that matters to Lexi a lot more than it matters to Jordan. So we got the bridge of the ladder here, as Lexi tried for a dive of her own, and Jordan got out of the way of that one. We haven't seen weapons be utilized yet, but I think Jordan has something in mind as she set up that ladder. Now look at the quick strikes. Now the reason why Jordan's called the baller, and speaking of balling out, there's the play of the day. And the reason why Jordan is called that is simple. Jordan does everything on the court, and that's why she got that nickname. Now tossing Lexi on the ladder there. Now Jordan looking to do some damage with this. Jordan with a moonsault, but she landed on the ladder. She's on top of the ladder, now it goes underneath. Luckily, it didn't go through, or she didn't go through it. That ladder, that steel, very, very strong, though. And oh, she goes up against the ladder face first. Now remember, folks, this is RCW Breakpoint here in Sydney, Australia. Extreme Rules. Lexi Starr and the baller Jordan. Oh, and right off the trash can. Now we haven't had a title change hands yet tonight. Is now Jordan again. Trying to do what she couldn't do before. Here it is. The moonsault through the ladder. The baller balling out and taking everything she can. To the Star, you can't outshine, but Lexi gets up, and Lexi takes down Jordan. These two ladies now gonna beat the hell out of one another, and they can under Extreme Rules. This is what Jordan wanted. And the boos raining down as our referee took a little bit too long to get to the count there. She took a little while with the hesitation there. Looking for the play of the day, but Lexi got out of the way of that. Referee definitely took her time on that count here, but you know, sometimes things happen. Hopefully we have no more controller disconnection issues. I don't know what was going on there. We had to, like, change controllers entirely there because it was weird. I don't know. Might have to get another play and charge kit there. That might be the play. And you have Lexi Starr with a kick to the back of the leg there. And there's no way Jordan's going to go down to that. No way Jordan kicks out. Lexi getting a little bit cocky. She always is. She always is that type of person. That shot right to the midsection, but Jordan fights back. Now Jordan looking to get something going. The baller got something moving of her own. Play of the day on to Lexi. And now she's calling up Lexi up to her feet, possibly looking for the flagrant knee. Got it. The flagrant knee onto the Star. You can't outshine. As Lexi's light gone out. No. The Star, you can't outshine, still shining brightly, but I don't know how long it's going to shine. Every light has got to go out at some point. As Jordan flies in, nobody home. And the sledgehammer coming into play now. Lexi Starr using a lot of the weaponry. Here in this Extreme Rules matchup. And Jordan must have heard the RCW fandom, as they said they wanted tables. And they're going to get them. And not just that, Jordan setting the table on fire. And now the flaming table as the eyes of Lexi go into that fire there. Can't be feeling too good after that. Oh, this is dangerous now. Oh, but Jordan just pushes her out. Now gonna try for the dive again. Let's see if she's got it. There it is. She finally hits it. And all the kick. Catching Jordan off guard there with that one. The DDT on the outside. And I don't know why Lexi even bothered there, because you can't win it out on the outside. You gotta... You gotta win it inside the ring. Lexi tried for that chair shot. And now Jordan looking to dump Lexi over to chop block. And now that table being extinguished for now. But it's only a matter of time. Now Jordan. Once again, setting the table. On fire, Lexi coming out with the chair. Who's going to get the better of this exchange? So far, it's Lexi. Irish whip into the ropes. Oh, both women colliding there. And now Lexi getting the better of that and the hair pull. No disqualifications. You can do whatever you want. Lexi almost had it. Oh, and now Lexi setting that chair in that turnbuckle. Oh, she might have been looking to go for Starstruck, realizing Jordan getting up. Now notice, if you notice the last match that these two were in, the very first match that Lexi Star, these two put on a clinic. The debut match of Lexi Star. These two absolutely killed each other in that one. And it doesn't seem like this one is any different, no matter the match type. But Extreme Rules only amplifies it. And I think here, Jordan has got Lexi Star up. Through the flaming table she goes. And once again, Jordan wants a little bit more fun. As the baller going right through. DDT on the outside. And the brutality continues. And Jordan wants some. And Jordan, where's she going? She's going to go to the stage. As Lexi's grabbing that chair that she set up. And Jordan wants a piece. Jordan miscalculated where Lexi was going to be, and Lexi taking advantage now with a chair. And this is an absolute beatdown. She's not going to be able to hit the flagrant knee if she's not going to have knees to do it with. And he almost knew at this point that these two ladies would beat the hell out of one another. Looks like Lexi wanted to take it back to the ring, but not going to happen, at least for right now. Lexi getting back up. She's fighting. Lexi wants to win this. She wants to win this thing. Play of the day on the stage. And Jordan going back. Looking to get that sledgehammer perhaps, but I guess not. Where are these two going? They're right at the edge of the stage here. Now looking for that powerbomb perhaps. No! The knees right to the back of Lexi Starr. And these ladies going everywhere. Oh, Jordan looking to do it again. Just the amount of punishment. That these ladies are going through, you know, this is just, I don't even think this is about winning. This is about causing as much damage as you can. That's what it's about. So much agony. Oh, again. The blow to the back. And Jordan. She's going to force Lexi to walk all the way back here. Kendo stick in hand. Oh, but Lexi caught her. Oh, right on the apron. Face first. The hardest part of the ring. That's very unforgiving. Look to go right into the steps. Oh, barricade, though. And now Lexi taking the kendo stick. Every single weapon being used against the baller here. Oh, and Jordan's grabbing at that knee. She's grabbing at it. Luckily, she used her other knee for that. But she's grabbing at that one knee. I think that's the knee that she hits the flagrant knee with. These two on the stage looking for play of the day. Lexi Starr couldn't come up with anything. Now Lexi Starr caught. Buzzer beater. Buzzer beater locked in on Lexi. I don't think she tapped out of this before in their previous matchup. And she refuses to now. Now again, not taking Jordan seriously. Just a 1 count. What the hell is she doing? Getting another table out. And whoever sets up the table usually ends up going through it. Blue Thunderbomb. It's like some bad omen almost. She leans the table in the corner. There goes Lexi. But I think the momentum of Jordan and Lexi caused the table to get out of the corner. Tried for the face wash in the corner there, and she set up the table in the other corner. Lexi Starr, look at that. That stunner there. Thought maybe she'd be going for that celestial DDT, but going for that kendo stick. You know, oh, the kendo stick shot by Jordan. And now Jordan using it. And breaking the kendo stick right off the face of Lexi Starr. Play of the day. Now an Irish whip. Oh, I don't think she meant to launch her all the way out. But the more punishment she can inflict, she will. Right into the ring post face first goes Lexi Starr. In this constant war, I think it's a battle of... This is the warfare right here. This is not even a match anymore. This is pretty much war as if I'd ever seen it. Lexi Starr. Oh! Lexi Starr put herself through the table somehow. And now Lexi somehow still alive in this thing, despite putting herself through the table. And a knee right to Jordan. And now we're... Another kendo stick. Deciding to drop it. Not sure if that's a good decision. Look at the neck breaker. And now Jordan just sizing up. Lexi Starr. Oh, tried for the flagrant knee. But Lexi Starr turned it around. And Lexi Starr gonna go for the cover. Kick out from Jordan. These two battling in what's almost a 30-minute clinic. Lexi now gonna go for the possibly the shooting star press with just a knee drop there. Spoke too soon. And now the shooting star press onto the baller. That's monumental to get the win over the baller. Kick out at the last second. And got out of the way of that moonsault. Turned it around. The buzzer beater a second time. The buzzer beater a second time after the failed moonsault. On to Lexi Starr. And Lexi's tapping. Lexi's tapping. And I believe that is among one of Lexi Starr's first losses here in RCW. Let's look at some of these replays here. These ladies absolutely killed it. You can see the concluding moments of the matchup where Lexi Starr tapped, but Jordan wins this one. But I doubt her and Lexi Starr are done. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match momentarily. All right, folks, here we are with your next matchup. As we have Brian Outlaw. Now, he is not in this matchup as a competitor. He will be the special guest referee in this matchup. Now, this matchup is Brandon Collins, the Spartan, versus the internet darling of pro wrestling, Chris Danger. Now you know the rivalry that goes back with Brian Outlaw and Chris Danger. Now we're going to see if there's going to be a little bit of bias here in this matchup. But Brian Outlaw offered to officiate this match for Brandon Collins, knowing that Chris Danger has been always calling the shots in Vibe. He's always been the one to call the shots. And he got sick of it. As the Spartan makes his way out of here. Now, like I mentioned, Brandon Collins, if you watched Fusion, on an episode of Fusion, those two faced off, Chris Danger and Brandon Collins, in some what was thought to be friendly competition. But it was Chris Danger that tried to offer his hand in handshake, saying, "Good job, my friend, good job." And it was Brandon Collins who pushed him away and walked away from Chris Danger. Chris Danger was the one who made the call to Logan Paul to join Vibe, and Brandon wasn't thrilled by that, and Brandon Collins ended up delivering a knee of glory to Logan Paul at RCW Afterlife. As now the internet darling of pro wrestling, Chris Danger. Makes his way to the ring. The 99 overall, it is not a game anymore. It is Chris Danger. A man who lived out his dreams as a professional wrestler. That started as nothing but a dream, but sometimes when you dream something and you work towards it, it becomes real. Now, Brian Outlaw not in traditional referee attire. He is in his wrestling attire for this matchup. Now we'll see how good he can count here. There's a good solid count. We'll wonder if there's any sort of bias shown towards Chris here. So far, I'm not seeing any. But I said so far. There's still plenty of matchup to go. Chris Danger trying to get this over with. Can we just talk about how quick Brian's getting into position here? He's doing better than our ref. Now Danger. Oh, referee or Brian got in the way a little bit there, interfered with that, but accidental contact is going to happen. There's Brandon Collins doing his thing. Look at this. Brandon with a standing Spanish fly, flush on Danger. And Brian gets down for the count of two. Kick out from Danger. It's now Brandon. Looking to call up his former friend, Knee of Glory. No! Chris Danger got out of the way, grabbing the legs and taking down Brandon Collins. And the super kick right to the Spartan. Right on the button, count of 2. Almost had it. A little late on the ring out count here. Brandon Collins tried for the single leg drop kick, but Chris Danger got out of dodge. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of bias here. I don't know about you guys. Tried for the cutter from the corner position there, and to no avail there for Danger. We appreciate you joining us, folks, here for RCW Breakpoint. This is a huge event. Many matches still to come your way tonight. I believe next is the steel cage matchup between Brad Williams, the Rebel, and James Moore. That should be an exciting one. Oh, what a knee from Brandon Collins. Caught Chris right on the jaw to kick out at 1. Now the Spartan really feeling it now. Look at this. The Spartan diving, nobody home. Now, if it's anybody that knows the Spartan, it's Chris. These guys have been doing YouTube videos together, tons of collaborations. But now it seems this friendship has reached its end. As Danger with a splash right to the back of the Spartan. Interesting way to utilize a splash and a kick out at 1. And now Danger, looking for a taste of danger here. But there's Brandon. You know me, I know you. And Brandon Collins looking for the Spanish fly again, got it. Brian Outlaw getting out of the way there. He has to. He's the referee in this matchup. There's Brandon with a knee of glory. Right to the face of his former friend and get him out of this match and a kick out of 2. And the crowd's loving this one. And look at it. Another knee of glory. Right to Danger, 2, kick out again. Chris Danger refuses to go down to his former friend, Brandon Collins. And now Brandon, another Spanish fly. This time he hooked it off of the top rope and a kick out again. And now look at this taste of danger. Out of nowhere from Brandon Collins, or onto Brandon Collins, excuse me, and a kick out at 2. And the frog splash from the top rope there. Remember, folks, main event tonight is the casket match between Luna Outlaw and Scarlet Nova. That should be one hell of a matchup. We still have the matchup between Sky Outlaw and Mercy Phantom for the Serenity Championship. That's the Serenity Tournament Finals. So that should be one hell of a matchup too as well. A loaded card for you guys tonight. And then tomorrow we have Fusion. And the senton there. Some type of reverse senton there from Chris. Is now Chris looking for the Philly special, perhaps. The knee strike from the corner. Boom! Got him right on the chin with that one. He doesn't seem to care about his former friend at all. Brandon Collins out of it. No, he still gets the shoulder up at one. Brandon Collins, he's functioning on adrenaline right now. And I think Danger's doing the same. You know, adrenaline makes you stronger than you think you are. Taste of Danger caught him. Hook of the leg. Taste of Danger. Got him. And Danger gets the win here. Talk about that. It's definitely not a game anymore. Chris Danger gets the victory here, but don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match in just a few moments. All right, folks, we are here with your next match as we have the Steel Cage with our Rebel, Brad Williams. Now him and James Moore have been fighting and battling for the past couple of weeks, ever since James Moore set foot in RCW. And well, they battled before, but now it's going to be even more hectic inside a steel cage. As now you have James Moore in the biggest matchup in his career. Steel cage. No interruptions. There should be. And this is a match that James Moore wanted. And I don't know why you would want to be stuck inside a steel cage with a man like Brad Williams. But I'm not James Moore, so I guess he was just tired of all the distractions, all of the BS from Brad Williams. But you're not going to get any when that cage is lowered. You shouldn't, theoretically. Now we'll start this steel cage matchup. Brad and James Moore. What a victory this would be for James. Because honestly, even though that he wanted this match, this is a match that, if this was betting odds, the odds would be against him, 100%. Just me knowing how Brad is. You know, Brad's had battles with the Blackwells. Pretty much everybody here on RCW has had battles with the Blackwells one time or the other, but at one point, Brad just turned over a new leaf. Seemed to not care anymore. Not care about the fans, not care about anybody. And he seemed to think that the spotlight was being taken away from him as the count of one here. Now the only way to win is pinfall or submission or escaping the cage under steel cage rules. And like I said, you know, you have to have kind of a death wish to be stuck inside a steel cage with someone like Brad Williams. And look at this. A roll through from James Moore into a suplex. And a kick out. Now there's no referee. The referee is on the outside waiting for the call to open the door to the cage. You can escape it either by climbing the walls of the cage here or calling for the door and hoping to God that your opponent doesn't get up before you plan your escape. And now James Moore with the knees right to the back of the Rebel. But he can't waste any time. He's got to keep this moving. James Moore with the last shot. Tried for it. Now Brad tried for something of his own. Maybe a drop kick of some sort. And James Moore sweeps the legs and a double foot stomp to the chest. Count of 2 and a kick out. Referee a little slower here when it comes to the steel cage and how they react, but looks like Brad Williams had taken that drop kick and just ate it and came out of the corner unfazed. Now Brad, look at this. He turned it around. The knee. And the hook of the leg here. 2 right to James Moore and a kick out at 2.5. The counts are a little slower here because, you know, the referee has to look inside the steel cage. She's not in the ring with our competitors. So it's a little bit more difficult for her to get the count as Brad's calling for the door. Referee unlocking that door, but Brad realizing James Moore's there. Snap suplex to the man. And now Brad trying to escape the cage already. James. James trying to stop him. Remember, if Brad hits the floor with both feet, it's over. And James Moore gets taken off the cage. Now, I'm not too sure why Brad decided to climb down. He could have just started climbing. But maybe he realized that James Moore wasn't going to stay down. You know, and that's the thing. You make those decisions. It's those split-second decisions that might screw up the matchup for you. You have to have, you know, your mind clear, especially in a matchup like this, where you have multiple ways of coming out with a victory. Pin, submission, or escaping the cage either through the door or climbing the walls of it and getting out with both feet hitting the floor. And these two have been battling, and this is no doubt in my mind that this was going to reach its breaking point, no pun intended. But it just seems that way with these two. There's James teeing off on Brad here. Now looking for the last shot. Got it! The last shot onto Brad. As now James Moore calling for the door. The door's open. All he's got to do is climb through it, and Brad's getting up. He could have gone for the pin there, but he wanted to escape the cage. Make it a little more dramatic, I guess. But I wouldn't do that. I would just focus on getting the win here. You can't worry about moments. James is going to have plenty of them. Brad has already had plenty of his moments. You got to worry about winning the damn match first. Don't worry about trying to be flashy. Trying to create what some would say in that other company, your WrestleMania moment. We've had a lot of moments here in the PLEs of RCW, but I'd rather James try and win this thing for his own good instead of trying to be all flashy here, and a spear denied. I just think that Brad overshot it, and right into the cage he goes. The Rebel doesn't appear to be dazed at all. Look at this. Knee right to the face, and that took out James. That took him out. He went night-night after that. But Brad may have spoke too soon there as James Moore with the powerbomb. Now looking for the last shot. He's got it. Bang! The last shot. 2 kick out from Brad. Okay, so that didn't work. What's next, James? Like I said, this is a match that clearly suits Brad. Oh my! Right into the cage goes Brad Williams. Tried for the double foot stomp again. Brad rolled through. And a spear! To a spear kick out from James Moore. What a spear from Brad Williams, and what a kick out from James Moore. I thought it was over there. And that face wash in the corner. There he goes. That's Brad Williams. Killing it right now, and tried for the forearm off of the springboard position. And that's the spear that he couldn't hit earlier. I guess you try. You gotta try at least. And now James again with a superplex. Roll through into the Michinoku driver. 2, kick out again. Man, what a match. What a steel cage match. The double knees right to the back of Brad. And that kick. Straight jacket suplex. And now James on the top of the cage, and there it goes. With the elbow drop. For good measure, as now James trying to make his way out of the cage. And Brad caught him. James almost had this one as he pulls him back in. Oh! Right off of the cage goes James face first, and he's busted open. And now a moonsault denied. What a matchup. James. Oh, what a kick. Is that going to be enough? 2, and Brad kicks out again. What the hell do these guys got to do to each other to get one of them to stay down or one of them to escape the cage? It's James. I don't think he knows where he is now. Oh, there he is. Right there. Target acquired and landed. I think he still might be a little bit dazed, and now Brad's busted open. Tried for the chop, and now Brad. Look at this. What a matchup. Tell me so far, folks. Now that we've seen a couple matches, what are your favorite matches of the night here so far? I would have to say the Extreme Rules one between Jordan and Lexi Starr really is match of the night contender, but we haven't seen the casket match yet, so that's something I'm looking forward to. There's now Brad looking to end this thing once and for all. Look at that knee. 1, 2, 3, and Brad wins it. Brad wins this battle inside a steel cage. I mean, I can't say that I didn't expect it. But the Rebel gets one over James Moore. Okay, third time's the charm. Let's see if this works this time as we have the finals. Finally, hopefully, if the game allows us to. I have no idea what's going on. 2K is on some shit today. Whatever the case is. But hopefully we can get this matchup underway finally as we have the finals of the Serenity Championship Tournament. Like I mentioned before, Mercy, no stranger to championship matches, no stranger to being a champion herself. And we'll see if she can make history here and become the first ever Serenity Champion. But you're going to have to climb a ladder to do so. And Sky has seemed to have let the darkness all the way in. Now, Luna's been the only one to really be on that level of darkness or whatever you want to call it. There was so much influence from Christina Wolf as a result, and I mostly think that Sky and Luna have been the ones to really keep Rapture where it is currently. I haven't really seen much of Violet Knight or Christina Wolf, rather, in this. You've seen her have her talks with Luna, have her talks with Sky, everything else. But I think it was Luna that recruited Sky into Rapture. Luna, as young as she is, She is one of the most intelligent ring psychologists we've ever seen in RCW. The mind games, the holds, the just everything. Okay. Looks like it's allowing us to finally do it this time. Looks like I had to restart the game. Looks like when in doubt, turn it on and turn it off again. That's kind of the way things are. I don't know why it was saying that there was like a second controller that was being used, or this controller was being used for something else. I have no idea. But we have this match finally underway, folks. TLC for the Serenity title. Apologize for the difficulties here, but you know, you never know what 2K is going to give you, you know? I mean, Fight Mike's, Young Sin, pretty much everybody I know has dealt with 2K BS one way or the other, so. But the important thing is the show must go on. As Mercy with a drop kick. To the outside, remember, no disqualifications, no countouts in this matchup. But Mercy's going to have to fight like hell in this one. This is a different Sky Outlaw. This isn't the same one. This isn't the same girl that we've seen fight many times before, ever since RCW Season 2 dropped. All those years ago. There's a neat strike in there. Nobody home there, but Sky doesn't take advantage. Sky, though, able to get out of that. Now Sky couldn't decide where she wanted to take Mercy as Mercy gets out of it. Now Mercy's been a staple of this roster since RCW Season 3 is... As Sky taking full advantage of this here. Sky now grabbing the ladder for the first time in this matchup. And Mercy just ready for it. She knows exactly what she needs to do. Merciful spine buster. The first big maneuver in this matchup here in the Serenity Championship Finals. As Mercy climbs up, reaching for that title. She's got 1, 2. And now she sees Sky. She punched air there. Now Sky, though, shoving her off. Now Sky up the top of the ladder. Sky diving with the elbow drop. There it is. Beautifully done. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful, folks. From Sky, and now Sky now. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she didn't just try to go up the ladder. Giving Mercy some extra time to recover now. Now Sky trying to grab that title. Sky. Very close to becoming Serenity Champion. And now look at this. Mercy now. Deciding against it, Mercy. Mercy knew that Sky was going to get up. Electric chair. I don't know how much time she would have had between Sky recovering But it didn't seem like it was going to be a lot. There's now Sky now. Going up top. Look at her. Skyfall, nobody home. I haven't seen her hit that in a long time. And now out of the ring, Sky goes. As Mercy's in a prime position here. To get the championship, but Sky stops her. This is going to be one hell of a match to determine the first ever Serenity Women's Champion. Look at this. They want tables, but we're getting some kendo sticks and chairs for now. They want the tea that's in TLC. As Sky grabs the kendo stick. Now there's Mercy with a couple of kicks. Mercy now looking for no mercy here on Sky. Got it. No mercy on the Sky. Not done there. Merciful spine buster as well. And now Mercy once again. Gonna go for no mercy. She's got it. No mercy on the Sky again. And Sky having to roll out. And now Mercy. One rung away from being the women's Serenity Champion, the first ever one. An electric chair drop there. That title is still hanging in the balance. Tables, ladders, and chairs, folks. The sky's the limit. Driver being hit. Now looking for the sky ball. She hit it. But she has to set up the ladder, though. She has to set up the ladder. Oh, there's Mercy. Mercy trying to stop Sky from becoming the first ever Serenity Champion. And down she goes. Off of the ladder, but Sky still battling. Sky looked to take her somewhere, but hesitated a little bit. That caused a problem. Mercy with a boot. And she knows she's going to have to do some damage to Sky here. A lot of damage. If she wants to be crowned the first ever Serenity Champion. Mercy had some issues there with the ropes. Irish whip, though, over to the outside. And Mercy has to know there's got to be some way to put Sky down for good, and this might be it. Try for no mercy through the table. And Sky said no. And Sky now, poetic justice. On the outside, Sky is not going for the title. Bad decision here. She wants to inflict punishment. What's up, Gimp? Good to see you in here, man, as we are here with the TLC match in the Serenity Championship Tournament, the finals. For the past couple of weeks, these women have qualified. 8 women have qualified, but now only 2 remain in this tournament. And now it's down under here in Sydney, Australia, as these ladies battling it out on the announce table. And the only way to win this matchup is to grab that title that's hanging above the ring in this TLC matchup. Tables, ladders, and chairs here for these ladies. And Sky with a double axe handle. And now Sky's got a chance. Sky's got a chance to make history yet again. Sky has the title. As Sky will win this. This TLC match. And be the first Serenity Champion. That title is in the hands of Rapture now. All right, folks, we are here with your next matchup, as this is for the Intercontinental Championship. As we have the challenger, making his way out here. This man won the #1 contender matchup to challenge Terry Hines Jr. It is Hunter Payne. Now Hunter Payne is in for the fight of his life right now. Terry Hines Jr. been absolutely unstoppable. The Brotherhood entirely has been absolutely unstoppable. 8 to 9 months as Intercontinental Champion is Terry Hines Jr. And I doubt he's wanting to let go of the title. As we have the champion, Terry Hines Jr. Now this man, like I mentioned, 8 to 9 months as Intercontinental Champion, and you know, I don't really need to tell you why. I mean, it's the Brotherhood. Ever since they made their debut at RCW Overdrive all those months ago, this man has ruled as Intercontinental Champion. Now, a lot of people said in the beginning that he couldn't win on his own. Without the Brotherhood out here, he couldn't win on his own. But he has proved time and time again that he's been able to win on his own. As the Brotherhood, you saw no members. Not his father, Terry Hines, Quentin Hines, Sinister. None of them are out here for this matchup. Absolutely none. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, folks. This one's going to be a good one. As Terry Hines Jr. hands over the title to our lovely referee, Hunter Payne knows what's at stake. This man made his debut in that match, the number one contenders match. So how about this? Hunter Payne becoming Intercontinental Champion in his second match. That would be one hell of a matchup. Wow. What a knee strike right to Terry Hines Jr. and Hunter Payne is shot right out of a cannon as Hunter Payne with a knee right to the face of the champion. What in the hell is going on? Terry Hines Jr. is in trouble. And the only time I've ever seen him really be outmatched is when we had that championship matchup with Big Nasty, Bubba Blackwell, the world champ. Now, Junior now looking to get back into this. Hunter Payne, though. Hunter Payne with a ataxia on the outside. Now, champion's advantage here. Count out of 10. And that would keep Junior's title. And I'm pretty sure his dad and his Brotherhood brethren are watching along. But Hunter Payne, this guy is no slouch either, but look at this. Caught him midair. What a slam and a kick out at one. And I don't know if you want to trade blows with Junior here. And I'm not talking about Billy Madison either. That's a man you don't want to say today, Junior, too. I'm telling you, you don't want to get on the Brotherhood's bad side. Remember the end of RCW this past week, the Brotherhood have issued a warning to Hunter Payne. And look at his face paint. The face paint's coming off. Oh, my. He dropped the Intercontinental Champion on his head. Almost had him. That should have been a rope break. You saw that, right? The toe of Terry Hines Jr. Under the bottom rope. So that should have been an easy rope break for the ref to get, but what the referee doesn't see, she can't call. Does he look for a powerbomb? Oh, but what power from Hunter Payne. Now this is the most we've ever seen. Terry Hines Jr. in trouble. Look at that kick. Taking out the champion to get the win and to be crowned Intercontinental Champion. What a kick out. The fight forever chants are coming through as Hunter Payne. Uh-oh. Tombstone, no, the double knees. The double knees. Referee took forever to get down, and that allows Terry Hines Jr. to kick out. And Junior in mad trouble. Now he's busted open off of that elbow. And Hunter Payne is giving him the fight of his life. This is a man right now that has been unstoppable in his reign. He has dominated every title defense. Every single one. And now for the first time ever, I think, in his reign that he has had, he is not dominating as much. We've seen Hunter Payne absolutely taking over this matchup. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon here. Junior taking out Hunter Payne. He sent him flying. And what is this man gonna do? Uh-oh. Look at that, the Uranagi. The Uranagi onto Hunter Payne, count of 2, kick out from the challenger. What a match. And talk about that punch. That punch was stiff. That punch was stiff. From Junior. And look at the face paint. The face paint came off of Hunter Payne. And he's bleeding. It looked like blood, but I wasn't too sure what was going on. Oh, it's Junior now. He's got Hunter Payne suplexed from the top rope. But look, Hunter Payne's crawling to the corner. The instinct of Hunter Payne. He knew that he couldn't get pinned if he crawled over to the corner. Uh-oh. Put the F5 onto Hunter Payne. The challenger's out of it. No, he's not. A kick out at 2.5. I don't know what to do. I'm just up here in the booth. What the hell's happening? You're going to have to give Hunter Payne at least some medical attention now. I mean, honestly. Uh-oh. Junior dropped on his head on the concrete. It's the concrete floor, and the only thing protecting these two men here is these mats. And that is it. Oh, is he gonna hit it? Oh my, the H-bomb! Right to the face of Terry Hines Jr. Count of 2, he's got it! No! Hunter Payne almost had it. Hunter Payne almost had it. So damn close. And look at the spine buster. And now Junior. Junior now. Taking a breather. He knows he can't lose out here. He can't lose the title out here anyway. He can lose the match, but not lose the title ultimately. So maybe that's his game all along. Is knowing that he can't lose. And I'm not sure what Hunter Payne's thinking here. He's just walking around the ring like a madman. Count of 8 here. And there's Terry Hines. He gets back in. And oh, Terry Hines dumps Hunter Payne over. And resets the count. Taking off the announce table, but there's Hunter Payne. We almost saw a match-ending countout. Now Bobby Saturn beat Big Nasty that way in his return. And that's been one of the first matches that has ended in a countout in a very, very long time. And now Junior. We're going to do it again. The Superplex. And this time, Hunter Payne's not rolling away. Hook of the leg, you saw the lethargic cover. Count of 2. Kick out from Hunter Payne. He's still in it. I don't know how, but he is. He's got to be running on adrenaline, though. Both of these men have to be. Oh, look at this. Oh, he dumped the champion. He dropped him. 1. No. Terry Hines Jr. kicks out at 1. And Hunter Payne dropped the champion on his head. Busted open, bleeding from the eyes. Kick out again. And look at the blood. It's on the mat. It's everywhere. Junior couldn't hook it. Northern Lights. And he's got to roll out. How brutal is this? Just like Marta said, it's been a brutal match so far, and it's only gotten more brutal. Looking for that. Sending Hunter Payne flying again. But Hunter Payne's getting up. Hunter Payne. This man is tough as nails. I've never seen anybody survive this much in the red and the white mat You can see being stained with blood. Look at this. He's dripping blood out at ringside. Resetting the count is Junior. Oh, and he's setting his sights. Hunter Payne setting his sights on Junior. But I think Junior's trying to bait Hunter Payne into getting out, and it worked. He could have stayed in there. And maybe he should have. Maybe he should have now. Stomping away is Junior off of the table. As he resets the count again. And now Junior. Oh, God. Come on. This is going on long enough. Junior drops Hunter Payne through the table. And both men are laid out. Count of 6. 7. And both men get back in, but there's Junior. Junior tried for the F5. Hunter Payne caught him. And I doubt that's gonna put him down. 1. No! The rope break! Junior knows where he is. Oh, and that's bad. That's bad now. You pissed him off. The F5. Got it. And the hook of the leg. 2, 3, and Junior retains his title. I think ultimately that was the mistake right there. He shouldn't have hit it on the outside. I get his way of thinking, but Hunter Payne absolutely killed it in this match. But Junior retains his title still. Your Intercontinental Champion. And the Brotherhood looks to reign supreme, at least for a little while longer. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match momentarily.
Yeah. Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Don't roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do it.
All right, folks, here we go with your next title matchup, and this is for the World Championship. As we have this man, Tiger. Making his way to the ring now. Tiger, no stranger to facing the Blackwells, and he's going to face the big head honcho, Big Nasty Bubba Blackwell for his World Championship. Now, Ortolanza may have a case here, because There was a mistake by the ref in that match in which Tiger had, honestly, Ortolanza had passed out to the Tiger Fang death grip. Should have been called the bell, but there was no bell. And Tiger ultimately eliminated. He was the last man standing as Big Nasty Bubba Blackwell makes his way to the ring now. Nobody is at ringside. Absolutely nobody. Everybody is banned from ringside. That little bitch Bryce Blackwell banned from ringside. Everybody banned, everybody out of here. We wanted a clean world title matchup, and we're gonna get one. We appreciate all of you joining us here live right here on Twitch for this RCW Breakpoint PLE right here on Twitch, deep down under in Sydney, Australia. Let's see if Nasty can retain his title. Now, he gained that title just a couple months ago at RCW Legacy when he beat Tommaso Ciampa. And we'll see if he can keep it. There's Tiger. Now Tiger and Nasty faced off in a clinic before, where it took more than one, I'll just leave it at that, more than one Night Stalker DDT. And even then, I think there was 3 or 4 that were hit on that man right there, and he still wouldn't go down. So Tiger's gonna have to pull a rabbit out of his hat or something if he wants to walk out with that. But at least he'll have a clean shot with it, with nobody being at ringside, nobody in the corner of Nasty, no Bryce Blackwell grabbing his foot, no nothing. We will see what happens here, folks. Nasty. Tiger. Here we go. There's now Nasty with a military press drop. Oh, but Tiger got out of the way. Tiger. Irish whip to the ropes. Now, Nasty had other plans there. Now Nasty teeing off on Tiger. The world champ. Now Tiger, he's quick. He's quick. Referee got caught inadvertently there. Maybe that helped Tiger. There's a side Russian leg sweep and a couple of punches to the big man. And Tiger, look at this, the senton, but oh, Nasty got the knees up. Just when you think he's getting something going. Oh my, what a knee. What a knee. To Nasty. And look at this, the blows to the back of the neck of the big man. You know, if you get a stinger there, that doesn't just hurt. That causes you to really not feel your lower extremities. Makes it hard to walk. You almost become numb for a few seconds. And that may help Tiger, but oh, what a belly to belly. The overhead belly to belly there from our world champ. And I'm pretty sure my mod Young Sin watching this right now, looking at Tiger, looking at the SCW superstar in Tiger. Tiger's been a staple of RCW for quite some time. There's a cover and a kick out at 1. But he's been a staple of RCW for quite some time now. You look for the Tiger Fang death grip, but he's not going to get it this time. Remember, folks, main event coming at you next. The casket match. Luna Outlaw versus Scarlet Nova. The winner will be the only one trapped, or be the guy that's not in the casket. And Scarlet has been waiting to get her hands on Luna for quite some time now, for the past couple of weeks, probably since RCW Legacy, so it's been a few months since then. In February, that is when we had Legacy, so it's been a number of months now since then. Count of 3. Tiger taking Nasty inside the ring. He knows he can only win it inside the squared circle. And now Tiger, now look at this! The forearm! Right to Nasty, and just a kick out at 1. Nasty with so much strength, he's gonna have to go old school, and he did. There with that kick, the cartwheel kick, and another kick out, this time at 1 again. Oh my. We've seen it before, the Night Stalker DDT, here it comes. The Night Stalker DDT, 2, kick out from Nasty, and 2.5. There's 1. Let's count them. We're gonna count them. I need you guys to keep track of how many he hits this matchup. There's 1 of them. Here's 1 nasty ending. Nasty ending right after, and Tiger kicks out at 1 as well. What the hell? Tiger kicks out at 1 of the nasty ending. Nobody's ever kicked out at 1 from the nasty ending. Nobody. I think it's only been Terry Hines Jr., I think. And, well, we just saw what he went through, so. But nobody else I think I've ever seen ever kick out of the nasty ending at 1. 1. Not 2. Not 2.5. 1. And Tiger flies onto Nasty. And Tiger going ham on Nasty. Offense is the greatest defense, at least here. As Tiger tried for a knee and failed there. Tiger trying to get back to his bearings. Nasty helping him out there. Drop kick to the knee. And now Nasty hammering away. On the challenger. Snap suplex. And now Tiger gaining a little bit of a breather there, but that didn't really do much for him. As Nasty just throwing down Tiger. 2. Kick out from the challenger. And Tiger trying to, like, just regain some type of bearings here. He doesn't even know what hit him. There's a truck coming right at you. Oh, but Tiger. He's getting that clothesline. There's Nasty, though. Nasty. Look at that. That slam. And now look at in the drop zone, the Nasty splash. The Nasty splash right onto Tiger, driving the air out of him. Kick out at 2. And now Nasty looking to end this thing with another nasty ending. He's got Tiger hooked, and there it is, the nasty ending again. 1, 2, kick out again from Tiger. He's still in it. Tiger's somehow still in this damn thing. I don't know how, but he is. Tiger Fang Death Grip. The Tiger Fang Death Grip. He's going to get it. He's going to get it in Nasty. Nasty's out. Tiger's champ. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. It only took one Tiger Fang Death Grip out of nowhere, and Tiger is the new champion. I am at a loss for words right now. That man is the new world champ.
I meant what I said. I'm gonna bury you. Scarlet, let me go down under. I promise you, when it's all said and done, you will be buried, lost, and forgotten. And everyone will remember the name Luna Outlaw.
Luna, it's funny how you claim to be powerful when you get everyone else to do all the dirty work for you. Now, it's just you and I. One ring, one casket. And I'll put you down. Once. And for all.
Okay, everything should be good now. I don't know what happened there. I apologize for that, but we have your main event coming at you now. Now, you heard in that video package there, Luna Outlaw said, I'm gonna bury you. I'm gonna end you. And everybody's gonna forget about you. Referring to Scarlet. And it was Scarlet who said, I'm gonna put you down once and for all. And we'll find out who exactly will do that. Now Sky Outlaw, her sister Luna, or her sister, Luna's sister there, has already gained the Serenity title. Will Luna put down Scarlet in that casket? And I apologize for some of the entrances being screwed up. I don't know, like, they released an update that allows you to have every entrance the way it should be, but for whatever reason, some of them are just not doing what they're supposed to, so I don't know. It's 2K. Can't really help out with that too much. Well, we have Scarlet Nova, her opponent. And I gotta tell you, folks, this is the most fun I've had in this new era of RCW in all my years of doing this. This new era has been special. But don't forget, tomorrow, folks, is RCW Fusion. The Fallout show. But trust me, I have tons of things to edit tonight after the show goes off the air. But the good news is with our new era, we don't have to edit the music in anymore. We got new ways of doing it. So there's the casket. Now the only way to win it, like it says right there, no pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, and no countouts. The only way to win is to force your opponent inside the casket. And after closing the lid shut, the remaining superstar that is outside the casket will be the winner. Let's see, Luna and Scarlet Here, casket match. Here we go. And Luna right off the bat with a Uranagi already. Now you may be wondering where this new attire has come from. This has made Scarlett feel more powerful. And oh my God, did you see that? The throw over the casket. And now the casket door has to be opened first. It's got to be opened by one of these two women. It can't just magically open by itself. That'd be cool, though. I would admit that would be pretty damn cool if that was the case. But it is not. It is definitely not the case. They have to be manually opened by one of these two ladies. Now, this is a match that favors Luna 100%. Any type of brutal match like this automatically is going to favor someone like Luna. That's not to say that Scarlett can't do it, but Scarlett's going to have to dig deep. She's going to have to remember all the attacks and everything. And if you remember that special phone call that Scarlett had made to Brian Outlaw saying, "Of course I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. I don't care that I've been attacked. I don't care what they do to me. I'm doing this for you because your sisters are in trouble." And a sledgehammer. Being used by Scarlett. Now, this is great for Scarlett right now because she's being the one to get weapons out, and usually it's the Outlaws getting weapons out first. Now, as great as that title matchup was, the world title matchup that we had in the previous matchup there, you know, as great as that is, this is the true main event. This is the true story. I mean, no disrespect to Tiger and Nasty, but this has been something that has been brewing for months. Scarlett has been wanting to get her hands on this woman for months now. And now she does. The chair being taken out from Luna. Is Scarlett able to avoid the first shot, but not the second one? And now Luna has that chair taken out of her hands. And now these women are just going to do whatever they want at ringside here. In the ring, it doesn't matter. You got to get your opponent inside the casket. So it doesn't matter what you do inside the ring. No disqualifications, no countouts. And Luna's already doing some redecorating as Scarlett opens up the casket. Scarlett opening up the casket. Scarlett opening up the casket already. That's a shocker to me, being the first one to take out a weapon and open up the casket. Scarlett with Into the Cosmos already, but it's on the sledgehammer. Into the Cosmos already, and Luna's already in the casket. Luna already being in the casket. And Scarlett trying to close it. Scarlett doing whatever she can to close the casket, but Luna breaks out. Let's talk about that. Taking the end of the Cosmos. Oh my God, I think she got the edge of the chair just there. Now looking for the lunar combo. Got it. That connected flush with Scarlett now hammering away. On to Scarlett now. This all started way back at Legacy, when Scarlett had won the Hell in a Cell match as the Rebirth was hit. But this started all the way back at Legacy in February, when Scarlett had faced Sky Outlaw inside Hell in a Cell. And it was after that match, as Scarlett goes into the steps, it was after that match Luna made her presence known and attacked Scarlett. And here we are now, just a couple months later. Here at Down Under in Sydney, Australia. The international fandom getting something here. We appreciate all you joining us over on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. And if you're joining us after the show, and this is your first time, welcome to the RCW fandom. Whether you're a first-time watcher here on Twitch, watching the replay over on YouTube, we appreciate you being here. As Scarlett with a baseball bat, but Luna's right there with it. Strike one. And shout out to the Yankees. Her home team is a shot right to the back. Of Scarlett, but Scarlett getting Luna back into the ring. Remember, folks, this is a casket match. The only way to win is to put your opponent inside that casket and close the door. As now, perhaps Scarlett looked for the UFO cutter, couldn't hit it. Now into the casket again. Scarlett, the second time round, looking to close the casket. Looking to win this match here against Luna. Scarlett trying to close the casket here on Luna. And Luna desperately fighting to keep it open, and she does. Now that's been 2 attempts. Luna hasn't attempted to close Scarlett in the casket just yet. And now Scarlett dishing out punishment with a sledgehammer. And with every weapon at her disposal but Luna. I have to think that sometimes she might be a masochist. She loves pain. She loves sadness. She loves sorrow. She feeds off of it. She's had issues with anxiety and depression in the past. Really strong mental health issues. But it seems like she's used those to make her 10 times stronger than she is now. Rather than letting the darkness consume her in a bad way, she's letting it make her more powerful. And sometimes I think that's just as dangerous as the other way around, as the lunar combo. On to Scarlett and the constant onslaught of offense with the kendo stick. And now look at this. The UFO! Right to Luna. The UFO right to Luna. And now the shovel. How poetic is this? Luna said, "I'm gonna bury you," and Scarlett brings out the shovel. Look at this. Those quick kicks again. And this onslaught of offense. And there goes Luna with the chair again. Look at this. The chair shots. The outlaw weapon of choice, as I've often said in the 6 years. And she throws the chair to Scarlett. This is not good here. Luna. Looking to take out Scarlett. Look at this. Tombstone through the announce table. When Luna said, "I'm gonna bury you," I think she meant literally. But Scarlett somehow up. Scarlett tried for the cutter again. And now Scarlett once again dumping. She dumped Luna in there now. Scarlett. I don't know what she's doing here. Oh, she's going, trying to close it the other way around, but Luna breaks out. And now Luna tried for the drop kick. Didn't really phase Scarlett too much. Look at this. Scarlett and Luna still battling. This has been one hell of a main event. And I would expect nothing less from an event like this one. As Scarlett goes in the casket. And now Luna trying to close it in. This is the first attempt that she has, and Scarlett breaks out. That's the first attempt that Luna's had. And Scarlett, oh, what a running knee. Luna walked right into that. Oh, the interceptor. And Scarlett got right back up. And Scarlett. Looking to dump Luna in the casket. And again, Luna breaks out. Now look at this. Luna and Scarlett both battling here. Constantly trying to put each other in that casket. Nothing seems to be working for either woman. As now Luna awaits Scarlett in the corner, double knees to the back. And now we've seen Luna do this. The creepy crawl away. Good night, Scarlett with a rebirth. And the mandible claw as well. Scarlett still trying to hang on. And now inside the casket, Scarlett trying to battle out. Scarlett again battling out of this casket. Scarlett refusing to go down. Oh, no, 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 no. The end of the cosmos. Got it. And that might have been an issue here as Luna maybe nearing her end. Scarlett trying to push and get Luna in that casket, but Luna keeps fighting. Luna keeps fighting desperately as she fights out. Who's gonna go inside that casket? It's definitely not gonna be Luna. If Luna has anything to say about it, that's for sure. But Scarlett is no slouch either, looking for the lunar combo. Got it! This has to be it now. She doesn't have to make that much of a walk. To Scarlett. Rebirth again. Oh, but Scarlett once again refusing to go down. And now Scarlett grabbing the chair. Luna, interceptor, no DDT. Right on the chair now. What a match. As an exploder suplex and landed on the remains of the shattered announce table. Look at this. Oh my God. What kind of supernatural shit is this? Luna using the powers of darkness to get the best over Scarlett. But Scarlett still fighting. Into the cosmos. Got it. But both ladies are wiped out, and the worst part is the casket's on the other side of the ring. Oh, now that the bat right to the back of the head. This is just relentless. This is just an absolute relentless fight between these two ladies. Look at this. But Luna thrives on pain. As these ladies going shot for shot here. All in this casket match. And look at them. Fighting like hell. And Scarlett again. Look at it, close it. She's almost got it. She almost has Luna. Luna's hanging on desperately, and Scarlett closes it. Scarlett wins in the casket match. She beats Luna at her own game. And wins it. In the main event.
We need to talk. Your sister is then the weakest link here for all of us. She's not like you, Luna. You were able to harness the power within, and she still lacks the commitment. She lacks what Rapture needs.
She is not the weak link. We've been pulling our weight since this whole thing began. We were the ones that drove Rapture to its glory. All Violet has done has gotten you in situations that you don't belong in. What have you done? You're the one calling the shots. But Sky and I have been the ones holding it down. It seems like we're Rapture. I'm not sure what you are anymore. And sometimes you gotta do what you have to do for our shared dream.
It seems that Rapture has imploded now as Luna Outlaw takes out Christina Wolf with his sister Abigail. The friendship is now over as Sky Outlaw and Luna have been pulling their weight in Rapture as another sister Abigail again. As now we cut to the back as Sky Outlaw looking to get rid of Violet Knight for good here, putting her inside the ambulance. And Sky and Luna have absolutely taken over Rapture. Ever since Rapture's inception, it's always been Sky and Luna pulling their weight. Now they're tired of the weak links in Christina and Violet Knight as the Outlaw sisters have taken over.